Firefighters didn't need to get the call because they heard it, this tree crashing onto this home. And when they got here, they couldn't get to the woman inside. A firefighter had to climb on top of this tree just to get to her.
I just want to tell you how exciting this is because I'm not going to lie, we have sat here all afternoon and we were pretty bored. And then about 20 minutes ago, this snow just started to come down. So we are thrilled to see it.
Firefighters have contained the fire, but they still have their work cut out for them. That's because hot spots keep popping up. Check it out here, there in the distance. You can see the flames, and this is what they've been battling for hours.
Mechanics say you don't have to worry much about the calcium chloride doing a number on your paint job or the outside of your car, but it's the inside and the undercarriage that it can really wreak havoc on.
The farm got help from different people. In the first couple of days, Jen's son built this footbridge.
You got a band going on behind you.
Yeah, we do. It is definitely a party here for the North Carolina Democrats. Very, very loud. Lots of excitement here. As you heard from Andy in the governor's race with Josh Stein taking a clear lead, not so clear for Jeff Jackson. And in fact, as you mentioned, Dan Bishop up ahead in the Attorney General's race at the moment, the two of them going back and forth. A Burke County mom says it was only a matter of minutes from when she got her one-year-old daughter out of the car and when her daughter's car seat erupted in flames.
A neighbor came knocking on the door saying, "Hey, your car's smoking."
Destiny Williams ran outside and saw her minivan on fire.
Just very shocked that could ever happen.
A family member used a garden hose to knock down the flames. The car seat charred, the bottom melted and mangled. The family couldn't believe what firefighters pulled from the rubble underneath the car seat.
I was honestly frightened.
Investigators say this is the back of a children's book, the spot where they say a lithium battery in the book overheated, starting the fire.
It's just crazy to me to ever think that would ever happen with a children's book.
I was honestly shocked because I didn't think a book could do that, especially a toddler's book, and you would think it would have warning labels.
Presley Williams tries not to even think about what might have happened to his little girl Misty if she had been in that car seat.
My initial thought about it is, what if it did happen? Because I would be without a daughter and a wife.
He and fire officials want parents to know the risks.
Out there's not always going to be warning labels that something has a lithium battery or what type of battery.
Misty has no idea the danger she escaped, but her dad does.
I knew Jesus was working and keeping my family safe.
Misty's parents say they'd like to see more warning labels, not only on children's books that have lithium batteries, but also on other toys as well. Reporting in Burke County, Robin Kanady, Queen City News.
As you can imagine, this was just terrifying for neighbors. They got a reverse 911 call telling them to stay inside their homes. One of those neighbors tells me he heard gunshots. He hit the floor and he and his wife started crawling to safety. Take a look at just this incredible video he gave me today. On the left of your screen, you see Cabarrus County Sheriff's deputies with their guns drawn going towards the driveway. Investigators say at this point, Willie Lawrence Wembley has shot and killed his girlfriend, Chartara Laverta Courtney, in the driveway. That happened just as deputies were pulling into the neighborhood after Courtney had called 911 and said she and her boyfriend got into an argument. As soon as deputies got here, they say Wembley was hiding behind a car and started shooting at them. They fired back, but they say they believe Wembley killed himself during the shootout. A neighbor says he and his wife rushed to safety when they heard the first round of shots.
As the yelling got louder, we understood that somebody was having an argument. And so that's when we heard gunshots. And me and my wife, we got down, started crawling to our closet.
Yeah, and neighbors are just very grateful, they say, for the deputies who responded last night. They say they were acting in all of the neighbors' defense last night, so they really appreciate that. The State Bureau of Investigation is looking into this, Brian.
Yeah, Robin, do we know how long the couple had lived at that house?
Right, we don't even know if they actually lived here. One of the neighbors tells me over the last week he saw them moving things in and out as if they were moving in, but deputies say this home appeared to be vacant. They say that there was not even any furniture inside it.
The field hospital is still going strong. They're seeing 10 to 15 patients a day now, even more than a month after Helene hit. More than a month has passed, and Helene's wrath remains in Yancey County.
Sometimes it feels like a dream. It feels like it hasn't been 32 days.
Amanda Watts doesn't recognize her neighborhood.
The road's gone. The stores are gone. People's homes are gone.
They're all hurting.
But there's so many people that we couldn't get to, and I can't imagine how lonely and scared they were.
Amanda is a nurse and her husband a paramedic. After they made it out of the storm, they started doing what they do best, helping people heal.
We've seen every age group from infants that are 20 days old, I think that was our youngest maybe, all the way up to the people in their 90s.
People had scrapes and bruises coming out of the landslides.
We've done lots of suturing. We've done a lot of wound care.
They've pretty much seen it all.
We've seen heart attacks. We've seen respiratory illness.
They set up an all-volunteer field hospital at the Burnsville Fire Department.
I would say 90% of the people who walk through these doors for treatment are people that I know or people that I love.
Ted Bruner hurt his leg when he slipped on a trailer doing relief work.
My daughter had suggested I come over here. It's a free clinic. It's close by. Said, yeah, why not?
More than 500 patients have visited the field hospital since Helene hit. But when communities are cut off because of the damage, doctors and nurses go to them.
It would be a team of us hacking in and carrying out patients.
Those were the days of rescues right after the hurricane. First responders had to carry out a man who was in his car that flipped down the mountain during a landslide. Now, their work has changed.
They already had a list of patients that they were regularly seeing, but that has grown tremendously since the storm.
When people can't get to the field hospital, teams do house calls.
I try to send a nurse or two nurses and a physician who go out on ATVs to reach people who can't have access to health care.
The goal is to stay here as long as they're needed.
It's heartwarming, but it's also reassuring that we're not in this alone.
Helene had a way of bringing people together.
I think it's been something that will strengthen this community more than anything else could have.
Amanda doesn't think her hometown will ever be the same.
It will never be the town that I grew up in. It will never be the town that I raised my kids in.
In a way, it will be better.
I think we're closer as a county than we've ever been.
Donations for the field hospital have come in from all over the country. Amanda says she has a list of pharmacies and hospitals she can call for help in getting everything from medical equipment to medicines.